actually equal to men, then there would be no WNBA, would there? You would just be good enough to play in the NBA with us. Or, here's another idea that's gonna be very controversial. You could shut the fuck up.
I don't understand why they keep trying to go into a male football league. It's like, why don't you guys band together and start your own league? Get your own thing going. But I realize they don't want their own thing. They don't want their own shit. They want our shit. I don't know what it is. And I think it's because we're happy. We're just sitting there enjoying ourselves, having a good time without them. It drives them nuts. And they just got to go in there and ruin it.
So they don't like, they got women's basketball.
They don't even like it.
After closing out a successful first season, the WNBA is considering several changes to improve the level of play in the league next year. Among the proposals, extending the playoffs, increasing salaries, bringing back the three-point line, and replacing all the female players with guys. The WNBA officials expanded to 10 teams this week, adding franchises in Detroit and Washington, D.C. But before you get too excited about the new additions to the league, remember, all of the players are still women. They stink at basketball, that's the problem. Other than that, it'd be a good, good game, but they're all horrible, so it makes for a kind of a boring game.
The next time I watch a WNBA game will be the first time I watch a WNBA game.
You are never, ever allowed to upset the alphabet people. You know who I mean. Those people that took 20% of the alphabet for themselves. I'd say the letters, but I don't want to conjure their anger.
You should have just gone, I'm a lady, and then that would have been good for the LGBTGB. The community, the community. I don't know if you've been over to seen them and shit, but it's a nice community. And it would have been good, all the LGBTBL. I try to be inclusive of all the letters in the alphabet.
Everybody in the car respects the T's, but everyone also resents the T's. It's not the T's' fault, but everyone in the car just feels like the T's are making the trip take longer.
I'm saying, do you think any of them go, I wonder if those, do you ever think at the meetings they go, could I, because in their community, the LGBT community, I don't know where it exists, where they have their headquarters, but do you ever think the L's, the G's, and the B's go, I have an idea. The T's, I think it's LGB sounds good. And then somebody else would go, somebody with a hat that looked like Carmen Miranda's would go, no, I like LGBT. And then the other person, you're going to get a lot of trouble for this segment.
I'm not.
What?
I'm not.
I love everybody. You know what I mean? Without love, what do we got? I don't care if a guy's a guy, a girl, a guy, girl, I couldn't care less. I love them all.
What do you make of...
I'll have sex with any of them.
So you're the B?
Huh?
You're the B?
No, I'm a person that is so tolerant that I would have sex with an L, a G, a B, or a T. Isn't that nice? But I would not have sex with a straight person.
Wait a minute, what is transsexual? Like a hermaphrodite? Wait a second. Ah, Jesus, Bill, you're too fucking dumb. Why do you guys write me? Is this the fun part of it? Just finding out how fucking dumb I am? Transsexual. This is hilarious. Now I have this on my search engine. Transsexual and Nia will use my computer and look up like transcontinental and transsexual is going to come up. Bill, is there something we need to talk about? Transsexual, here we go. A person who's undergone a sex change operation. A person whose sexual identification is entirely with the opposite sex. All right, well, that just made me even more confused. So if you had an operation, how were you born this way? Or the person saying, I just identified with being a female. Oh, I see. Okay, so so the dude had a sex change operation. Okay. And I hate when fucking people get offended by this shit. And they go, that fucking you know, they get all offended like that dude is now a woman. It's like, no, that is a dude that fucking is a different kind of dude now. You know, that's not a woman. It's still a dude. It's just a different kind of dude. You know what it's like? You ever see when somebody buys an old car and they take all the chrome off it? They want that nice clean look. Yeah, that's what they do to their crotch. You know, that's a dude that took the chrome off.
I know more than half the people in this room have been molested in their lives. But it wasn't no goddamn Michael Jackson, was it? This kid got his dick sucked by the king of pop. You know how good it must have felt to go to school the next day after that shit? Hey, Billy, how was the weekend? How was my weekend? Michael Jackson sucked my dick.
Yeah. I mean, even like you say, your unwanted WNT allegations against Michael Jackson, there had to be kids that were like, well, this is pretty cool.
Yeah.
This is not some old priest.
The other day I got in an argument with my girlfriend, right? She likes watching the Oprah Winfrey show, and I love to watch her watch the Oprah show. And then I wait for Oprah to say something that I don't agree with, and then I take it out on my girlfriend because I'm an asshole. So Oprah brings out this guest. She gives her this huge intro. She's been on this, she's been on that, and she does the most difficult job on the planet. She's the mother. So immediately I look at my girlfriend. I'm like, really? Being a mom is the most difficult job on the planet? How many mothers died on ice road truckers last season? Any moms get washed overboard on Deadliest Catch? I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but what would you rather have as a job? You want to scoop scallops off the bottom of the ocean, catching that lobster trap to the back of your head? Or do you want to hang in the sunshine with a couple of rugrats? You'd send them to bed anytime you want and some trumped up charges because you want to have a drink and watch The Price is Right. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it is the most difficult job. I mean, I thought roofing in the middle of July as a redhead, you know? I thought that was a difficult job. I really did. I thought it was difficult. But evidently, these mothers, they're bending over at the waist, putting DVDs into DVD players, going to war, pinned down by a sniper. What a joke! You ever burp a baby and forget to put that towel up there? There's another shirt you gotta wash. Oh, lift with your knees and put it in that machine that does it for you. Dude, any job you can do in your pajamas is not difficult. It isn't. I'm sure it's... Yeah, to hell with these mothers. Watching cartoons, taking naps. Look, I'm messing around, but you know, come on. I know it's a difficult job, but the most difficult job on the whole planet
Remember when Saddam lit the oil fields on fire and those poor bastards had to go put them out? 4,000 degrees, walking in with your little asbestos shield, just walking into flames. You want to do that or watch Bob the Builder again? I mean, be honest with yourself.
This is what's the problem with our society, though.
What is it?
When they go, hey, the hardest job in the world is being a mom.
It is
or
pretty
the
hard.
hardest job in the world is being a teacher.
Hard jobs.
That's not.
They're hard jobs.
My mom was a teacher. Let me
She
tell
had the
you
two
something.
hardest jobs. I think
She had the
cooking is a
easiest
harder job.
The teacher is probably the easiest job on the planet.
Why?
Let me
How can
explain
you
why.
say that?
First of all, my mother and my father were both teachers. They got all the you get all the vacations that children do. You're always off. You have the entire summer. You have 2 weeks Christmas, 2 weeks Easter. You work in an atmosphere where it's just you and children.
With young, stupid, with short, stupid people.
Yeah.
They don't know much. You're brilliant.
Yeah.
You don't have to learn anything.
They're all frightened of you. You can say anything you want.
You never take a test.
See, I don't know if you've ever
That's
gone.
true.
I go now. When I was a kid, I thought my teachers were so smart. Now I have a kid. I meet these teachers. They're not smart at all.
How can you say that?
Because it's true.
They're just like regular goofy people.
Well, that's,
and they
that's
have
what
the
you realize.
and they have the only. My kid's teacher went crazy, and they could not fire her because of.
Because the job's so hard, the kids made her crazy.
Yeah, but she has whatever you call it, tenure. They don't have that in any other job.
No, I know.
They have a union that has a stranglehold on.
They got to fire you before your tenure starts.
Yeah.
That's one of the
They got to
things.
fire you from the easiest job ever.
And then mom is the second easiest job. How is that?
Yeah, how do you figure that out?
Mom is a tough job. That is a tough job. But it's not a job. You know? That's not a job.
Well, it's what you have to do. Isn't anything you have to do job-esque?
Well, then I guess...
Just because I don't get paid for it doesn't make it any less a job.
Well, I guess the toughest job in the world is a marathon runner.
Or having a cold is a tough job. You know, it's tough.
It can be.
You got a headache, runny nose. Not easy. I want to be president.
And
Your
those
babysitter's funny.
Those are heroes. Those are also the heroes. They're like that. Real heroes are the moms and the teachers.
Well, they are.
Not the guys on Iwo Jima planting a flag.
Okay, they were heroes too.
Not the firemen that run into buildings. No.
No one's denying that those people are heroic.
It's a person that
A
shows
good-
up at a school
a
and is the
good
tallest person in the
teacher.
class.
Oh my God. Wow.
That's a good
I'm
one. You
telling
got
you, my mom and dad were both teachers. It's the simplest job in the world. When I was a kid, I thought everyone got that much vacation. I was like shocked to learn that I thought everyone had the summer off. I thought everyone had 3 weeks off for Christmas.
Well, when you're doing your own sitcom, surely you have 6 months a year off. I mean, that has to be teacher-esque.
Exactly. It's teacher-esque.
Don't they say that having a sitcom is about the closest you can get?
That's about the hardest job in the world.
No, shut up.
Yeah, those are
That's
the real
easy
heroes.
fun. Oh my God, you're making the people laugh. Is it easy or is it hard?
What, doing a sitcom?
Yeah, and be
It's retired work. It's the easiest thing on the planet.
They say it's the closest to a regular schedule. It makes your life very normal.
Yeah, it's very simple. I mean, almost everything in show business is easy.
This isn't. This is the hardest job in the world.
You're the real hero.
Yes. Thank you, Steve. 805 says, rude. I'm a second grade teacher and I hate you.
Rude. That sounds like a second grade teacher.
No, Jimmy, that was just rude. Can you think of another way to say that?
To be a second grade teacher, you just have to be smarter than a second grade student. That's not the only thing you have to be.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, basically you need third grade intelligence. To teach second grade. You know everything that they need to know.
707 on a text says, I wish I was a fly on the wall during that last break. I think I heard Sarah yelling at Norm up here in Healdsburg.
I wasn't yelling.
Every black person I interview in this program has lots of money.
Wow.
No, she actually said she was wrong during that break.
Yeah, which never has happened.
No, I said,
ever.
what I said was, I'll just say I'm wrong. Let's take a couple of calls here. Actually, a couple texts. If you only need third grade intelligence to teach second grade, I wonder what Norm would say about me, a preschool teacher.
Well, it's kind of obvious.
And the 503 says, Norm, thanks for Dirty Work. Still one of the greatest movies ever.
What do I need to teach children how to nap?
By the way, the hardest job
Spurred
in the
on
world
by
is-
Norm
is-
Macdonald.
The hardest job in the world is HR because I have to deal with squirrely people on a daily basis.
Squirrely.
All right, thanks, Nina.
Okay,
Hey,
bye.
thank you. Laura, you're on. People who don't want to
Squirrely.
come out and say
Hi,
what they think, like
everyone.
me.
Hi there.
Hi,
I
Laura.
just wanted to give some love to Norm, put all the intense talk aside because
I know he's so
Norm is
bitchy
just
today,
hilarious.
isn't he?
It's not intense. He's smiling and laughing
I
and
know.
sitting back and laughing as Sarah just turns
mad.
bright red.
I know. I don't understand why people get so upset when he's just making observations of what he sees in daily life.
All right, thank you. 925 says, this show's great. Norm is so freaking funny from The Working Mom.
Oh.
Which I think means she's a mom and
job.
works.
That's tough, boy.
Nagy, you're on the air. It says here being a teacher, super duper hard work.
Yeah, I was an attorney for several years. I went to Bolt Law School, and I quit being an attorney to be a teacher. And being a teacher is much more difficult work.
Is it super duper hard?
That's what it says here.
I did not say super duper hard. That was either a human.